This conference will now be recorded.
How nice to look out on all those smiling faces. Well, good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you to the City of Warrenville City Council regular meeting for Monday, August 21st, 2023. This meeting will be conducted in the traditional in-person format here at City Hall. For convenience, the public may view the meeting virtually using the GoToAccess information located on our website. Please note that public comment will only be available in person during this meeting. The remote meeting access is for viewing purposes only. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Ashour,
Here.
Alderman Augustinovich,
Here.
Alderman Berry,
Here.
Alderman Davalos is absent, Alderman Kruckenberg,
Here.
Alderman Lockett,
Here.
Alderman Widener,
Here.
and Alderman Wilkie.
Here.
Thank you, Julie. Would you please stand as you're able and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Well, every once in a while, we get to do something very special at one of our meetings, and tonight is one of those nights. We get to celebrate a special citizen who sadly is no longer with us, but who contributed mightily to our community, and would like to recognize that. So if I could have Ellen come up, please, because she is going to represent Larry tonight, as Larry has passed. Thank you, Ellen. Welcome. Okay, this is going to take a while because he did a lot of good things. Honoring Larry W. Schaefer for his many contributions to the Warrenville community. Whereas Larry Schaefer served the Warrenville community as a fifth grade teacher at Woodland and Bauer Elementary School for 34 years, from 1968 through 2003. And whereas Larry positively influenced the lives of more than 800 Warrenville students during his career, utilizing a unique and engaging teaching style that many recall with great fondness for having made an important impact on their young lives and the adults they have become. And whereas Larry used his talents as a landscape artist to beautify the grounds of Bauer Elementary School, and whereas Larry established and maintained a bioswale just east of the Warrenville Police Station along Batavia Road, the planting of which solved drainage issues and provided a healthy, biodiverse habitat for native plants and animals. And whereas Larry created and maintained a prairie garden on the eastern edge of Cerny Park, providing beauty to the site and pollinating opportunities for insects and birds. And whereas Larry financially supported Warrenville Youth and Family Services and offered encouragement and support to board members like Marge Griefer. And whereas Larry assisted Gretchen Krems-Rossiter in a voluntary capacity, meeting with and encouraging parents and students in need to seek counseling and other support. And whereas Larry's support often extended to providing monetary contributions to families in need for rent and other essentials which they themselves could not afford. And whereas Larry, although not a resident of Warrenville, made untold contributions to the excellence of the community in more ways than we are even aware of. Now therefore, I, David L. Brummel, Mayor of the City of Warrenville, do hereby express my sincere appreciation and gratitude for Larry Schaefer's dedication and commitment to the Warrenville community, and gratefully recognize his 34-plus years of service to the residents of the City of Warrenville and beyond, given under my hand and seal in the City of Warrenville this 21st day of August 2023. And this is for you, Helen.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to say something?
Thank
What a lovely tribute. He loved this community. He loved these people. He loved providing educational opportunities through plants and through planting, and you gave him a wonderful opportunity to do that. So I thank you so much. He is dearly missed by all of us. Two of his 5 grandchildren are here. Dearly missed, and we are so grateful. So grateful. You're welcome. Thank you.
The good news is, for you at least, you don't have to stay. That was delightful. We will move on to citizens' comments for this evening. We have 2 people who have signed up, Mike Hoffman and Bob Siebert. Mike, would you like to come up first?
Mr. Siebert here is my easel. How you doing? Mike Hoffman, 2nd Street, Warrenville. This is a river profile of the DuPage River. And it was hanging on this wall. Tony Charlton and Jim Zay had held a flood meeting after the '08 flood, within a year or so after that. And this was the river profile that was up there, but it was so small and so finely printed that you couldn't read it. So I had it enlarged and printed a little bit darker so you can read it. And if you look, right here is Faywell Dam. The fourth line down, if you look on the ledger over there, it's the 10-year floodplain. Warrenville's 10-year floodplain starts 2/3 of the way up Faywell Dam. If you extend that out to Warrenville Road Bridge, now mind you, that was the old Warrenville Road Bridge. It's up over the bottom of that, which would create secondary damming. And that was a 10-year flood. You know, they were saying, oh, that was an 85-year flood and this and that, you know, and I didn't argue that at the time because we still had, by their figures, we still had an 85-year flood that breached our 500-year floodplain. And I'd say, can you see a problem with that? But hopefully you can see a problem with this. It seems like every 10 years they're saying we're getting a 100-year flood. Well, no, every 10 years we're getting a 10-year flood. This map would have been made before, this river profile would have been made before the last modification, which was supposedly finished in 2020, which they never had the Army Corps of Engineers sign off on a permit. But I understand that there's money for flood mitigation in town. What I'm suggesting is the town fights for, for some reason, all of DuPage County, to the smallest creek and the smallest stream, they've had the floodplain remapped, except for the west branch of the DuPage River. It leads you to why. I guarantee you, when we get it remapped, it'll show the Deal Road, which they call the Deal Road levee. It's actually a secondary dam because the lowest chord on Deal Road is 6 inches lower than the crest of Faywell Dam. And it's going to create considerable flooding in town here. That's it. You'll be hearing more from me, though. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Bob Siebert, Albright Court. I received a communication from O'Connor Tax Reduction Experts. They deal in property tax reductions. This was an unsolicited letter to me on one of my properties in Warrenville. They stated that in the last 5 years, it had increased 17.49%. The financial information that they gave was a comparison of various other properties, a comparison of the tax and the tax per square foot and other statistics. They did all of this without a penny. They charge 30% of what they save the taxpayer. They save you nothing, you pay nothing. They've done a considerable amount, not even being solicited to do it. However, they know that there is a problem with the tax structure here, so they have an opportunity, a great opportunity to obtain funds. Now, if I sign this proposal, there will be 2 actions. The first action, I will receive a reduction in property tax, which is good. The second action that would occur would be your people's property tax would increase, because when this process occurs, it's a shift of the property taxes from one group to another group. The answer is not to shift taxes from one group to another group, but to address the tax structural problem. This way, everyone will pay their fair share, and some groups won't gain at the expense of the other groups. Both the state of Illinois and the city of Warrenville can take actions to achieve this goal. Otherwise, the system will continue to overtax the citizens.
Thank you, Bob. We'll move on to official and staff comments. A couple things for me tonight. I know there's going to be looks of disappointment up here, but there will be no meeting next Monday night. You'll have to fill that with something else, folks, sorry. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, September 5th, so make sure you mark that on your calendar, not Monday night, but Tuesday. And next Monday night, you're free to enjoy life as best you can. Also, the other thing that I have would be Citizens Police Academy. Chief, can you give us a couple of details on how people might sign up for that and what it's all about?
Yes, Mayor, we have applications available online for our Citizens Police Academy. We also have applications that are available for pickup at the police department if people would prefer to stop in there. Our Citizens Police Academy is going to consist of various topics of law enforcement nature to help the citizens learn about what the police do and why we do it. It's going to start from basic constitutional law all the way up to criminal law, and we're going to work on different topics on why we make traffic stops, what we do on traffic stops, how we react to people in certain circumstances. And it's really going to give the citizen a really inside look of how the police department operates, and the way they could get a good view, an understanding of why we do what we do.
Great. And the dates for that? Yeah. All right.
We are starting September 13th, and it is 10 weeks of training from there, each Wednesday, each week.
Okay, great, wonderful.
Yep, thank you.
Look forward to it. Thank you. That's all I have for tonight, clerk. Okay, treasurer,
Nothing tonight.
thank you. Glad you could make it. Alderman. They're all so upset about no meeting next week. They're mute. All right, administrator. Okay, and attorney. So, all right, we're on our way then. Next would be the approval of the agenda for this evening. Alderman Widener, would you like to make that motion?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I motion to approve the consent agenda for the August 21st, 2023 City Council regular meeting.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any changes to the agenda that people would like to make? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries and the agenda is approved as presented. We have several sets of minutes that need approval this evening also. Alderman Widener, would you like to make that motion also?
Yes, thank you. Motion to approve the minutes of the August 7th, 2023 City Council regular meeting, to approve the minutes of the August 7th, 2023 City Council closed session number 1, to approve the minutes of the August 7th, 2023 City Council closed session number 2, and to approve the minutes of the August 14th, 2023 Public Works and Infrastructure Committee meeting.
Second?
Second by Alderman Lockett. Any discussion of the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. The minutes are accepted and approved as presented. The consent agenda for this evening, item 6A. Accept Public Works and Infrastructure Committee recommendation, waive second reading, and pass an ordinance 02023-33, amending section 5-4-2 of the City Code regarding stop intersections. B, accept Public Works and Infrastructure Committee recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02023-34, approving a third amendment to the site lease agreement with T-Mobile Central LLC at 2 South 649 Country Ridge Road. C, accept Public Works and Infrastructure Committee recommendation, waive second reading, and pass ordinance 02023-35, approving a second amendment to the communication site lease agreement with Chicago SMSA Limited Partnership, doing business as Verizon Wireless. D, accept Public Works and Infrastructure Committee recommendation and pass resolution R2023-48, supporting and authorizing an application for an open space lands acquisition and development, OSLADS grant, for the Cerny Park Improvement Project Phase 1. Excuse me. E, accept Public Works and Infrastructure Committee recommendation and pass resolution R2023-49, approving a professional services agreement with Engineering Resource Associates Incorporated for final engineering and construction services related to the Old Town redevelopment site number 2. F, accept Public Works and Infrastructure Committee recommendation and pass resolution R2023-50, approving the adoption of the 2023 DuPage County Natural Hazard Mitigation Plan and appointing Senior Civil Engineer Hocking to the work group. G, accept staff recommendation and pass resolution R2023-51, approving the refund of the Public Improvement Security Bond for Forest Grove Riverview Estates subdivision, accepting the bill of sale and waiving the 2-year maintenance period. H, accept Public Works and Infrastructure Committee recommendation and direct staff to proceed with the next steps for the Route 59 multi-use path project detailed in the August 7th, 2023 staff memorandum. I, receive and file minutes of the Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Awareness Commission meeting held on July 18th, 2023. J, receive and file draft minutes of the Plan Commission and Zoning Board of Appeals meeting held on August 10th, 2023. K, receive and file report of invoices paid up to August 16th, 2023 in the amount of $160,442.51. And L, authorize expenditures for invoices due on or before September 5th, 2023 in the amount of $1,049,608. Alderman Widener.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented by Mayor David Brummel.
Second?
Second by Alderman Lockett. May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Lockett,
Aye.
Alderman Wilkie,
Aye.
Alderman Davalos, Oh, sorry, she's not here. Alderman Widener,
Aye.
Alderman Ashour,
Aye.
Alderman Krokenberg,
Aye.
Alderman Berry,
Aye.
and Alderman Augustinovich.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. The consent agenda is approved as presented. We have no items under the regular agenda, nothing listed under unfinished business, nothing under new business, no closed session, is that correct? Wow. Would like to make the motion to adjourn. Alderman Lockett,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Second.
second by Alderman Krokenberg. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you all for your attention this evening, and wasn't it nice to recognize a good citizen tonight?
This conference is no longer being recorded.
Brooke, welcome back. Yeah.
Things going well.